What's up, you guys? Saj the Boss here, and today I just got out of seeing The Flash, and this is the non-spoiler review on the movie The Flash. So, if you guys not familiarized with the character of Barry Allen or The Flash, the whole permanent origin of The Flash is when he's very little, he lost his mom through a brief accident, and then his father was accused of murdering his mother, but his father was locked up in Iron Heights, and he happened to get electrocuted and became the Flash. So pretty much that's this main comic origin that's been passed down from numerous generations to generations. Okay, so that's the brief rundown on the Flash. So going into this movie, guys, I was actually pretty hyped to see this movie just because I really enjoyed Ezra Miller's performances from Justice League, and pretty much Justice League, from Justice League and Snyder Cut. I was really excited to see it because those two are really good staples, and we actually saw Iris West in Snyder Cut, so I really was excited to see more. And this movie was almost one of those movies I kind of forgot about because Ezra Miller had all these crimes against him, and then there's all of this controversy that kind of blew up on the internet. So maybe not as excited for it, but the trailer started hitting, and I'm saw Michael Keaton, and I'm like, yes, this is gonna be a movie for me. And I also heard great reviews about it, and mixed. Okay, so with all that being said about going into this movie, let's talk about the plot of this movie. So this movie does not really follow anything too particular of the CW TV show, so you can scratch that off your agenda if you want to see anything that has to do with it. It does not have to do with anything with this. So this movie really follows Barry's footsteps as he's taking on an apprenticeship with Batman to become the Flash, and he and Batman are teaming up to train him and make him a strong hero. It's almost like Tony Stark and Peter Parker's relationship from the MCU. So it's almost like that, where Batman is always calls him for aids because the Flash can just come straight up really quickly to Gotham to save the day. So he's always on support with that. So it's pretty much that. This whole movie kind of focuses on the whole idea of what it means to be a hero and how the hero becomes the hero, and what events really trimester throughout the film. So that's pretty much the whole plot of it. It's almost like Barry kind of finding himself and what it means to lose something. It's a little bit like that. That's the plot. Okay, guys. So the characters in this movie are obviously Barry Allen, Ezra Miller, the Flash, and other Barry Allen of the multiverse. Both versions were all right. I think I was a little bit annoyed with Ezra Miller's performance, but some of his Flash suit up running scenes were the best. I love the close-ups. I love the fight sequences. The regular Barry was a lot of fun. He's funny. He reminds me a lot of Justice League. That's probably why I loved him so much. And the Flash is easily one of my favorite superheroes in DC. But I don't know if his performances really lined up as much as I was anticipating it would be. They're all right, but not the greatest thing I've ever seen in a movie. Ben Affleck, guys, was pretty much underrated. He was really sidelined in this movie. I thought they would actually factor more to the character of Ben Affleck, kind of guiding him through the multiverse, but he didn't really do much in this movie. He did not really there. So guys, the other character is obviously Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton's Batman is one of my favorites, 1989. Super iconic to see him again. He's just a great actor. I just love watching him grow on screen. It just brought a lot of nostalgia to me, personally, as a Batman fan, and also it was a great way to see a iconic childhood character brought to the big screen again. So I'm an 80s kid at heart, so that's why I said that. So yeah, that's pretty much all the characters throughout the film that are main characters and plot points. So one of the things I really enjoyed about this movie, number one, I love all the Batman scenes with Michael Keaton. It's probably the highlight of the film for me. His performance was amazing. I just really wanted more Michael Keaton, even though he's pretty older now, but I love everything he does with it. Ezra Miller's running scenes were the best. I love the Speed Force. Everything that I loved about the CW show that brought it back but bigger, and it made the Speed Force make more sense and illustrate what it looks like. It's almost like a those outdoor theaters, I forget the word for atmosphere theater. It's in the atmosphere theater. It's almost like one of those, and it looks really beautiful. I don't want to spoil it, but the CGI was kind of laggy at times. So another thing I enjoyed about this movie is finding out what a hero means to be a hero, what the responsibility is, and what it takes to do to become a hero. I just thought it was a very nice installment to this film. And also the fight sequences, the opening prologue were some of the highlights for me. So I love the fight sequences, and the opening prologue, beautiful. Okay, guys, it's also one of the strangest openings to a movie in the DC world, so I'll give you that. Okay, guys, so going to things I did not like so much about this movie, there are a couple of things I did not like whatsoever with The Flash. Number one, I didn't really care for, like, the relationship of the two Barrys. Like, I like that concept, but I don't want to get too much detail with that. What Ezra Miller did from the trailers, you can probably see what I'm talking about. One's plays annoying, another one's like fire and ice. It's really weird to mix the elements together with those two characters. A thing that really was on the struggle bus for me, the movie felt more of a Justice League movie than anything with The Flash. Like, the thing I really like enjoyed about this movie is probably the biggest takeaway I took with it. It's a both of both worlds movie, because it sets up after Justice League, and it sets us up with his origin, which really makes sense if you watch Justice League and then you can watch The Flash. It really kind of lines up. It's almost what they did with Spider-Man for No Way Home with Endgame. It follows after Tony Stark's death. It's almost like that. It parallels the Marvel, but I really like how it sets up both worlds. It's the best of both worlds. That's a big highlight for me. So I didn't really like how they mainly focus on Superman and Batman. I get it, they're the leaders of the Justice League, but they really got to focus on Barry, and what Barry is to the Justice League. Not like the janitor or something like the cleanup crew. Like, it's just Barry Allen. I want plain old-fashioned Barry Allen in this movie. We got it, but we did not get the one I wanted the most. You know, more singularity to the character. Another gripe is the CGI. I didn't really care for the CGI too much of this movie. Some of it was kind of gross looking at some of the Speed Force scenes, but some of it was kind of like questionable, and some of the choices they did with the acting was questionable. So the acting and CGI were questionable in times, but the fight sequences, though, were on par. Amazing fight sequences. Lastly, guys, I really wanted more to do with Iris West and Joe Allen. Those are two prominent figures in Barry Allen's life, and we did not get any of those, which is kind of sad. But it was really nice, though, to see the family dynamics, though, between Barry and his mother and his father, so I really enjoyed that with his origin, so that's really nice. Okay, guys, so with all those gripes, I have to say this movie was not for hardcore superhero fans. If you love comic book movies, this movie is alright. It's not the greatest thing we have seen for a superhero movie of the year. It has to go with Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, is the best one of the year so far, and then Guardians, but this one was alright. It got the nice dynamic between Batman and the Justice League, so we kind of get to see more what's next to Justice League, but we also get a little bit more to Barry, and as he becomes a hero, and understanding that he can't travel in time like Back to the Future. It's almost like the understanding of that. So all in all, it really plays heavily on the Back to the Future theme, but it was alright. It was not the greatest one for the faint of heart. It was a fun ride from start to finish. It was funny. It was action-packed, but it was not the greatest Flash movie ever. I wish it had a little bit more to it, but I don't know. Maybe my opinions have changed over the years, like the other DC movies did. So if your family wants to go see this movie, I think you will have a blast. But I don't know what the hardcore superhero fans think. I thought it was okay, and I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. More or less, maybe 7.5, but I really give it an 8. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Let me know what you guys think about The Flash. I thought it was pretty good, but it's not the greatest movie of ever. You know, not the greatest DC movie by any means. So thank you. Leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know in the comments below what you think. See ya. Bye.